So if you are just joining us, obviously the Aaron Judge news is really big. We'll get to that in a moment. But college super regionals begin today. Yours truly right here in Morgantown, West Virginia. First game and first super regional to get underway will be the Mustangs of Cal Poly here in Morgantown against the number 16 national seed West Virginia Mountaineers. Minus 370 on the series price here in favor of WVU. Cal Poly plus 265, champions of the Big West, both in the regular season and in the Big West Conference Tournament. That will be an outstanding series. Going to be Griffin Ness against Jensen Cole to get things underway this afternoon at noon Eastern time. Little Rock and Troy. This is kind of where Cinderella is going to crash the party. Little Rock, a 4 seed, going up against Troy, a 3 seed, winner of the Gainesville Regional. Troy, Alabama, for those that don't know, is going to be a sight to see, as both those teams will look to make it to Omaha for the first time in program history. We've got 3 sets of Trojans between Little Rock, Troy, and Southern Cal, who will be in Chapel Hill to take on the number 5 national seed, the North Carolina Tar Heels. I was there in Chapel Hill covering that super regional last year when it was Arizona who came east to take on North Carolina. So an old Pac-12 foe yet again, but USC now a member of the Big Ten. They are plus $1.90 on the series price up against Carolina, minus 250 at home. Really strong pitching for the Tar Heels. They won game 1 last year going away, but dropped game 2 and game 3 to get stunned on their home soil as the Wildcats of Arizona would punch their ticket to Omaha. A couple of SEC on SEC Super Regionals. The first one that begins later on tonight, Ole Miss plus $1.50 at Auburn, the number 4 national seed, almost a $2 favorite there. I have 2 future tickets on both these programs. Ole Miss at 60-1 to win the College World Series, and Auburn at 25-1. So I will get at least one through into Omaha, and we'll figure out next week how we want to try and monetize, or at least try and play those maybe on a game-to-game basis, if not looking at the other side of the bracket. When we switch to games that will be starting tomorrow, this is kind of the more loaded side, at least national seeds that survived the regional round. And the first one is an old Big 12 matchup between Oklahoma and Kansas. Of course, Oklahoma now a member of the Southeastern Conference. They're a short plus $1.54 dog headed into Lawrence to take on the number 15 national seed Kansas. The Jayhawks laying $2.05. They had hosted the regional round for the first time in program history, and now they will host a super regional for the first time by virtue of Oklahoma knocking off the number 2 national seed Georgia Tech. So that will be a great matchup. Oklahoma with some premium pitching in their rotation and back into their bullpen. We'll see if they can limit a Kansas team that has had an absolutely surreal season. Speaking of Cinderella, the number 4 seed St. John's, they are almost a $3.50 dog on the series price at number 7 national seed Alabama. The Crimson Tide, you got to lay $5 for the Tide to roll through Tuscaloosa. That does feel a little one-sided with the way that Alabama has been this year. Might be a little too much for the Johnnies, albeit a hell of a run for St. John's here to find their way through into the super regional round. Then we get kind of the 2 behemoths, at least ranked on this side of the bracket. The Ducks of Oregon out of the Big Ten might be one of those live dogs headed deep into the heart of Texas to take on the number 6 national seed Texas Longhorns. Texas almost a $3.50 favorite on the series price. Oregon plus 250 to win it and upset the Longhorns. A lot of good starting pitching. Don't know if there's enough offense there for Oregon, but they will give Texas all they can handle, I think, later on tonight. Sweltering heat expected in Austin over the weekend, so we'll see how that plays out beginning tomorrow. And then finally, a team that I think a lot of people looked at, even if top seed UCLA had made it, number 2 seed Georgia Tech, a lot of people looked at Wes Johnson's Georgia Bulldogs. They are the number 3 seed. They will begin their super regional tomorrow morning. That's an 11 a.m. first pitch Eastern time against Brian O'Connor's Mississippi State Bulldogs. They are the number 14 national seed, plus $1.36. Mississippi State is to try and knock off Georgia, who is a minus $1.78 favorite. Make no mistake about it, Georgia, one of the best power hitting teams in the country. Daniel Jackson, their power hitting catcher, Golden Spikes Award finalist, will be someone that you have to keep an eye on. A couple of caveats for that opening game. Trey Phelps, their star infielder, and Wes Johnson, their head coach there for Georgia, will be suspended for game one of that Super Regional due to being ejected in the final game of the regional final of the Athens Regional. So something to follow there. But Georgia has really been able to hold serve there at Foley Field and would fully expect them to be able to give Mississippi State all they can handle. But those 4 regionals will get underway beginning tomorrow. So 4 regionals starting today. That's Cal Poly, West Virginia, Little Rock, Troy, USC, North Carolina, and Ole Miss and Auburn. Those are the 4 super regionals underway later on this afternoon. As far as the odds go to win the College World Series, I do see some value in a couple of different avenues. And the first one I would look at is right here in Morgantown, West Virginia, upwards of 12-1 to win the College World Series. And if nothing else, to have that ticket in pocket for them to move forward, the winner of the Morgantown Regional, which is Cal Poly and West Virginia, will play the winner in Omaha in game one of their side of the bracket against the winner of the Little Rock and Troy Super Regional that gets underway later today. Now, there's a reason why these teams have gotten there. Yes, Cinderella is alive, but I would say if you're looking to latch on to a team that not only has the pitching depth, West Virginia led the Big 12 in team ERA. They're 9th nationally in that category. They certainly have the team of destiny feel, and it would be great to get them at a double-digit price in the odds market, or at least in the futures market. If they find their way through and they win that first game of Omaha to get into the 1-0 side of the bracket, I think that's a great leverage opportunity for the bottom of the bracket, which we'll see the winner of USC, North Carolina, and Ole Miss Auburn have to tangle in game one of that bottom part of the left side of the bracket. So I think an insane amount of value on the Mountaineers of West Virginia, especially with all the national attention, the viral things that have happened after Country Roads was sung in unison by the entire team and what felt like the entire state of West Virginia. Make no mistake about it, though, if you are looking for a team that could upset the apple cart, Cal Poly has absolutely phenomenal starting power pitching. You will see Griffin Ness, little more of a little more of a soft tosser at 88 to 90 miles an hour. He will get the start today, but tomorrow in game two, Carson Turnquist, big, strong, 95 to 97, easy cheese on the fastball. Probably Cal Poly's best pro prospect. I would not be shocked if this Morgantown Super Regional is very low scoring and one that is tightly contested all the way through. So if I'm advocating for it, I think you could get a piece of both West Virginia and Cal Poly in the futures market. They are in great position, whoever advances, to really have some leverage on the field. So it is going to be fun to get it underway here in Morgantown to lead off the Super Regionals in college baseball.